Hi, for episode 135 tip of the week, this is demonstrating how to de-link some of your assistant devices that are linked to your account. This popped up for me earlier this week. I think it was on Thursday. Out of nowhere, there was this pop-up saying there were too many assistant devices on my account and that if I wanted a faster response from the assistant, I needed to remove some of these devices I haven't used in a while. If you haven't seen that coming up, I'll show you how to go about finding where that is in the event that you would like to remove devices that you no longer have, for example, because every time that you use an assistant on your account, it gets added to the list of assistant devices. And so if you've sold some devices or whatever the case may be, or even when you do a reset, that is a factory reset, and you set up the phone again, it counts it as a new device getting added. I had over 160 devices, but the actual devices were 40 as to the remaining of them, which are basically resets and all of that. There are a couple of ways of doing so. The first one involves bringing up the Google app itself and then tapping on your username on the top right, then scroll down, tap on the settings. And now that you've tapped on the settings, then you scroll down, go find the assistant and tap on it. And then you'll go tap on devices. The second method, however, is the one I'm using, which is basically bringing up the assistant app itself and then tap on where it talks about the assistant avatar, the menu. Here's what I'm talking about.
User avatar icon, tap for Google Assistant menu button.
There we go. So I tap here.
Assistant settings. Popular settings, heading.
Now we are in the assistant, just like if we had gone through the Google settings and all of that and tapping on the assistant, we'll land on the same place. The item we're looking for here will be devices that are linked to our assistant. Now, instead of scrolling down to go find that because it's way down there, you may simply want to tap on the search found near the top of the screen and type the word devices. That's what I'm going to do. So I'll now put my finger down and tap on search.
Search settings, search settings.
And I'll tap.
Search settings, edit box.
Now I'm going to type devices or maybe DEVI.
Showing English US QWERTY.
So I'll go ahead and type.
D, D, E, E, V, V, I, C, C, E, E, S, S.
I have typed devices and now I'll put my finger near the top
Showing
and
items 1 to 3 of 3.
what I'm looking for is the item that says devices linked to my assistant.
Devices. Manage devices that are linked to your assistant. 1 of 3. In list. 3 items. Window assistant settings.
That's the one I want.
Keyboard hidden. Assistant settings. Navigate up. Button. Out of list.
Now, upon tapping on that, we're on a window that shows all of our active devices and, putting my finger down, showing you the example of some of the devices on my account.
Chromecast. Dining room office Wi-Fi. The cat. Chromecast.
So things like that. Now, at the bottom of the list of the active devices, you're going to find something that says,
free up space and improve your experience by removing devices that haven't been used in 3 months or more. Remove unused devices.
This is where all those dormant devices are found. So if I tap here.
Assistant settings. Controller web feature progress bar. Progress bar. In progress. Web view.
Now, if I put my finger near the top.
Remove unused assistant devices. Heading 1.
And moving down.
Get a faster assistant by removing devices that haven't been used in 3 months or more. This means your other assistant devices won't be able to communicate with the devices you removed. To add a device back, just use your assistant on that device.
Okay.
All devices 0.
Now we're in the list and it says all devices 0 because I had cleaned mine out. But if you have devices you haven't used and you haven't cleaned up, you'll see those devices here. Now there's a checkbox that will say select all unused devices, or to the right of each of those unused devices will be a checkbox. So if you want to check them one by one, you could check them one by checking the checkbox that is found to the right of each of those devices that are listed, or simply tap on select all and it will check all of them. Now, whether you check them all or select one by one, at the bottom right of the screen is going to be a button that says remove. Tapping on that remove now takes you to another dialog that says, hey, are you sure you want to do this? Removing this is going to set them back to the factory reset. It's going to reset them back to factory defaults. What that means is not talking about the fact that your phone or anything is going to be reset back to the factory defaults. Rather, what this implies is that when you do this, the assistant on that device is going to be set back to its factory default. It's not going to have your customization. So you need to enable the assistant on there again to customize it. And that's all that is about. And now you know how to go about resetting your assistant devices or removing assistant devices that are linked to your account that you no longer use.